Hello, folks. This is Joe from MIGeekScene. I'm at Midwest Media Expo with Jon St.
Hello. A pleasure to meet you, my friend.
I get a handshake at the beginning of this.
Oh, you want a real firm handshake like that?
Oh, or I could just do the crap handshake that I do to people.
Oh, dude, that's creepy.
I know.
Don't do that one.
Oh, no, it's great. I have a friend that I do that to. As soon as we go out to do a handshake, it's just limp fish both of us at the same time.
Oh, that's just gross.
Well, for those who don't know, Jon is the voice of Duke Nukem.
I am.
His most hated character, Big the Cat.
You know what? Let me clarify something here.
Oh, sorry.
Not hated by gamers. Hated by me.
Yes, exactly.
Because it's the stupidest voice I've ever done. And gamers like to razz me about it because I thought it was such a dumb voice.
Well, Duke Nukem's voice was a spin on Clint Eastwood's voice. Was it specifically from Dirty Harry or a different type of Clint Eastwood movie, such as Every Which Way But Loose or Heartbreak Ridge? Because, you know, Clint changes it up each time.
He does. And actually, you know, it's funny that George Broussard, one of the creators of Duke, when we were initially auditioning for Duke Nukem 3D, Clint Eastwood wasn't what he had in mind.
Okay.
He had another actor, and I think he said Charles Bronson was what he had in mind originally.
Okay.
I could be wrong. Don't quote me on that. Oh, wait, we're being recorded. Okay, well, I think that's what he said.
Please quote him on that.
But the casting director, Lonnie Manella, said, think Dirty Harry. And I said, okay. She said, do Dirty Harry line for George to hear. And I went, go ahead, make my day. And he went, I like that attitude. I like that gritted teeth sound. But remember, Duke Nukem is on steroids. And I went, oh, I'll take it down an octave. Go ahead, make my day. And right there on the spot, he went, that's it. You got the part.
Okay.
That's how it worked.
I still was hoping it was Every Which Way But Loose.
I know, right? Can you quote a line from Every Which Way But Loose? I can't.
Well,
What was that orangutan's name?
I don't know, but there's not. They can't be much. I mean,
Clyde.
Clyde, yes.
Clyde.
There really can't be too many people going around here with an orangutan. You know, when the biker gang was looking for Clint's character.
Yeah, true.
All right, a little bit serious on this one. Is there still a need for a character like Duke Nukem in today's society since things have changed over time?
You mean with violence and...
No, just like his attitude.
Oh, the misogynistic attitude toward women?
I have no issues with, because it's a fictional character, but yes.
I don't really think so because, as you said, fictional character, and keep in mind in all these first-person shooter games, Duke Nukem is the one game where Duke is not shooting humans. He only kills aliens, and strippers that he knows are aliens.
You were bequeathed the title of King of Youmacon.
I actually had to win that title.
Yeah, but it was bequeathed to you after you won it.
Okay, all right, okay. I mean, there was effort involved. I mean,
what was that
when you say
about?
bequeath, it sounds like all I had to do was show up and they gave me the crown.
Well, you're Jon St. John. I know I'm not blowing smoke. You're like,
well, Duke is the king, but I became king of... Do you know how I became king of Youmacon?
That's what I was asked. What was that about? And do you still hold it? Man, this man's a pro. He's done interviews before. My goodness.
Well, I won it playing the Guests Against Humanity game, which was Cards Against Humanity. And I got lucky on the draw. I had, in 3 hands in a row, I had Mecha Hitler, the Nazis, and Auschwitz. 3 hands in a row. And even though the cards were inappropriate for the questions, I thought, I'm playing to the audience here. And boom, boom, boom. I won all 3 of those hands, and that put me, I think, 2 cards ahead of the next competitor. And hence, I'm crowned the king of Youmacon.
Well, speaking of panels, we'll just segue into the next question.
Okay.
Is there a particular panel that you like participating in the most?
I think the one that I'm going to host tonight is going to be my favorite panel of all time because, first of all, I fanboy like crap over Billy West. I mean, I'm a huge fan. And now, having met him and had lengthy conversations with him, he's the nicest, coolest,
nice.
down-to-earth. Today's his birthday, by the way.
Yes, I know. I was there last night. Well, you stepped out for Bacon Jerky, but while the rest of us sang happy birthday to him. Yes, I got to sit in and talk with Billy West for a little bit.
And we'll all be singing happy birthday to him tonight. This panel that he's going to be in, as well as Kyle Hebert, and I think Richard Horvitz had to cancel out for some reason. But we have a really cool panel called Unfiltered tonight at 8:30, and that Unfiltered panel means the voice actors can say whatever they want. And I'm going to play little games with them like the Never Have I Ever is a good way to get it started. And then Who Said It, which is famous lines from characters. And I don't want the panelists to give it up. I want the attendees to figure out who it is. And when they do, then the panelists can answer the question or read the line in the character voice. That's going to be fun. And there's going to be drinking. And there's going to be a surprise for Billy West's birthday during that panel tonight. That'll be the culmination of his birthday will happen tonight during that panel.
Well, by the time this interview goes out, I will have attended that panel.
You will have, and we will have had fun.
Oh, I don't doubt it one bit. The second you said that at the opening ceremonies, it's like, I'm there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. It's going to be good.
All right. You obviously have done the voice for an iconic video game character. Since you own a PS4, what games do you enjoy when you actually have the time to play them? That's the kicker.
I like, gamers may not get this, but I like the Need for Speed games. I like driving, flying games.
Okay.
I like flight simulators. I've always been into flight simulators. Kind of fascinated by, flying. But the racing games are my favorites. And I have been dabbling in Call of Duty a little bit.
Okay.
Just because my son has the game on there. And then also, I shouldn't admit it, but Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, dude, there's nothing wrong with that.
Kind of fun. Nothing wrong with it. I spend my whole time beating up hookers. What do you mean there's nothing wrong with it?
Oh, boy, that's...
Stealing cars and beating up hookers. That's what I do.
Okay.
In the game, in a video game. This
And
guy misconstrued. He looked at me like, what the hell is he talking about?
It is a game.
It is,
It's,
yeah.
I can't condone that in real life, but on a video game,
No.
it's fictional. And if you can separate fantasy from reality,
I
it's
think we all
okay.
do, too. And can I make a little political statement here? All of these...
Pundits?
I don't know what to call them. People who post video games are creating a violent atmosphere. No, we get our aggression out playing video games, so we don't have to be violent out there. And anybody who can't separate reality from a video game should be locked up in a mental ward anyway.
Well, how's it any different from any other form of medium? You know,
Yeah, good point.
you can watch Rambo. Does that make you want to go out and gun
No,
down
watching
people?
movies like that does not make you violent. It's just entertaining, just like video games are simply entertaining. And it's really about skills. Everybody wants to be the best player. You want to outperform everybody else. It's not about wanting to kill anything. I think most gamers are pretty gentle people. They don't want to kill. They're not necessarily hunters or whack jobs. Oh, I didn't mean to compare hunters and whack jobs. I just don't believe in killing animals. I can't do it. Personally. I'll eat beef. I'll eat bacon.
Yeah.
I ain't going to kill the animal.
And bacon jerky.
Bacon. Have you had bacon jerky? Have you had bacon jerky? Oh, my God. You can't buy that stuff in California where I live.
Well, and I also had the bacon brittle.
Bacon brittle, and there's more of that on the way because my daughters went crazy for that stuff.
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Wasn't too bad.
The gentleman over here who's assisting me has to make a 2-hour drive out and a 2-hour drive back tonight just to get more.
Dude, that's some dedication. Thank you for at
That
least a tasty
is.
piece that I get that I had to enjoy last night.
You'll
had
enjoy
to
some
enjoy
more.
that I thoroughly enjoyed last night.
It was good.
All right. Well, how was your experience hosting the Plymouth Wrestling Alliance event?
That was the most unique experience ever, and I really was there for DevCon, which was their little convention that they held at the same time. But getting into the ring with wrestlers, and they said, go ahead and threaten them. I said, okay. And I get in the ring with this wrestler who's 7 feet tall, and I could not threaten him. I just couldn't do it. I did say, oh, yeah, well, you guys are all a bunch of cheaters anyway, and he looked down at me and got very angry, and I was very nervous. And then after the event, we're all backstage hanging out, and they go, dude, you were great. You looked really scared. Oh, okay, it is all an act. And then they looked at me really mean again. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time in England. They're really good, very
In the UK.
friendly people. Yeah, oh, yeah, it was wonderful.
Final question.
Yes.
As we're wrapping this up, you've been known to be ruthless when it comes to roasting. Has there been an insult that you decided to hold back on because you felt it was too much?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You don't have to necessarily repeat it.
I won't because I'm sorry that I even used some of the ones I did in the roast well, never mind. When I was getting even with the panelists at my roast in Dallas last year, I delivered a couple of lines about my friend David Eddings that perhaps I should not have, and I think he's paying the price to this day at home.
Ooh.
So, yeah. There were a few that stayed on paper and I never read out loud because they were just disgusting. And I just couldn't go there. If there had been no cameras or recordings, I would have done it. You guys know me, you know.
'Cause that's what friends are for.
I have a bad filter. I have no filter.
And what would you like to say to your fans throughout the years?
Love you guys. I would not be doing this. I wouldn't have all of the perks that I get in my career if it weren't for the fans. And that's really the reason that I want to come to conventions like this is so I can meet the fans. because they spent all of their hard-earned money, buying games, helping put my kids through school. So I like to give back, and the fans make us who we are. We'd be nothing without the fans.
All right. And if people wanted to find you online, how would they go about doing that?
Easy. Look for me on Facebook. Or just go to my website, which is jonstjohn.audio.
Okay.
And through that, you can book me for a voice job, or you can inquire about me making a con appearance.
Okay. All right. Well, Jon, thank you for the interview.
My pleasure.
All right, folks. This is Joe from MIGeekScene at Midwest
Joe.
Media Expo with Jon St. John. Take it easy.